Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all a stock that is about to make a huge move within the next few days and why you should keep it on your watch list. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who keep dropping those stocks of interest in the comment section of our last video right after the intro. Alright, y'all, before we begin again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, right? So let's get started right off the bat. We have the SPY over here. I told y'all on Sunday night, I told y'all to watch the market for a move all the way up to 4,700. And it got there because of that reverse head and shoulders. I explained it to y'all. It was quite clean over here. We got the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder, and then right that morning it went up. All right, and right now it's being choppy at the moment, and I think that it needs to make its decision coming very soon. Right now, this is the structure that we have. It looks like it's about to break to the upside, but it's a little bit too soon to tell. We got like a few more hours to go. It may dip back down overnight, and then at 3 a.m. it may make its decision whether it's up or down. But the trend right now is bullish, so we're just gonna give this the benefit of the doubt that we're going to break out of here and just keep going on and make new highs go above 47.10. All right, so that's my very honest opinion on the overall market. Now, the stock that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for the next few days, that stock is Starbucks. All right, and this one was actually found by somebody in our Discord. I looked at it and I liked it. The structure that I see here, we're gonna look from the outside in. All right, so from the outside, if you go all the way to the weekly, right, and you zoom in right over here, number one, it survived earnings. As soon as they had earnings, they had a huge gap down, and then it recovered the next week and stayed at this previous level. Number two, if you zoom in over here, you can clearly see that there is a bullish harami on the charts. The week is not over yet, but the market is not bearish either. It's just being neutral. So stocks are pretty much doing their own thing at the moment, which is good, which is actually a good thing. I think that it's going to go a little bit higher because if you go in really closely to the 1 hour and you zoom in right over here, you can clearly see that we are about to break out of this thing right there. All right, I think it's gonna open up at around like 113, and if it opens up at 113, then we should see a huge spike all the way up to 114.40 somewhere over here, and then maybe consolidate for one more day before we continue on towards 116 or 117 the following week. All right, so definitely keep Starbucks in your watch list for the next coming days. I like the way it's looking. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. For those of y'all who dropped those in the comment section of our last video, the first one that we're going to address, that one is ABBV. All right, ABBV. Now, in regards to this stock right here, a tremendous run after earnings. All right, a huge gap up from 108 all the way up to 115, and it's been consolidating for a while, for about 2 weeks right now. And so far, I'm just watching for this thing to make up its mind. It's almost about to get out. When it gets out, there will be a good opportunity for a trade on this stock all the way up to 121. But how long is it going to chill in here? I don't know. All right, I don't know. So I can really take a position on it if I don't know when it's going to get out. The only people who are winning, especially if the stock continues to go sideways for a very long time, are those who sold iron condors and are just collecting money from the contracts losing value. All right, now, so in regards to the stock, I would just say wait, patiently wait, and eventually the stock is going to get out at some points. right? You just don't want to be destroyed by theta if it just keeps going sideways and sideways over here, right? So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. The next one that we're going to address in this video, that stock is Roku. We gotta talk about Roku. In my last video, I told y'all not to gamble and try to catch the bottom. I did. I gave y'all a specific warning regarding Roku, and I did share with y'all the example with PayPal, right? So again, I was very specific about not gambling over here. Yes, we had a previous level of support, but what could keep the stock from not going and not breaking below it, right? Today there was some bearish news that came out, and the stock opened up lower and immediately tanked all the way down to 244 right here, kind of like what PayPal did over here, which doesn't really surprise me at all. Same drop, so expect a similar type of movement with Roku. I'm not bullish on this one, not yet. You just gotta wait for the dust to settle before making your move on the stock. All right, that's my very honest opinion on Roku. The next one that we're going to address, that stock is BABA. All right, Chinese stock. And that one, we were watching Chinese stocks for a while. I think I made my video on it over here at around like 163. It gapped up a little bit. Yes, there was some nice gains, and then it just kept consolidating, and we got rid of it because the Chinese sector was not really moving at all. Today it collapsed, and then it has earnings coming up tomorrow. The way it's looking right now, I would hopefully none of y'all gamble through earnings. Hopefully, because again, you don't know what's going to happen, whether the reaction will be good or bad. And also, there are gaps at the bottom that worries me just a little bit. And somebody could argue that there are gaps at the top, right? So how do you know that the top is not gonna get filled before the bottom one gets filled? Again, we don't know. So for those reasons, I'm not touching it. I'm not going through earnings at all. I rarely do anyways. But I really won't be surprised, especially with the way the selling volume is increasing like that. I wouldn't be surprised if we open up at like 155 tomorrow. I really wouldn't. And then what happens after that, I don't know. It's definitely worth keeping an eye on, because if it does open up at 155 and then we see buyers step in, we might see this giant just a giant bullish engulfing candle on the chart. We may see it. It's a huge maybe. So it's something that you want to consider as a possibility with BABA following earnings. A structure like that. So I will be watching it for tomorrow for a potential day trade. We never know. The next one that we're going to address, somebody in the comment section asked about Twitter. All right, now in regards to Twitter, this one is continuously tanking. Be careful, people. Like I said, don't try to guess the bottom. It's a very dangerous game that you're trying to play. Again, this is part 3 now. First we had PayPal, next we had Roku, and now it looks like Twitter might be the next victim. So just be careful, watch it. Don't try to like cash this falling knife. We'll see if it can drop all the way down to here. It's probably gonna drop to 49, and then try to do something like this. Stay over here, and then probably, all right, there may be some bad news and bring it down to $45. There may be. Okay, we've seen this like twice already with PayPal and Roku. Like it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw the same thing again on Twitter. So just again, keep that in mind as you are trading, and don't rush into things, especially when the trend is just bearish like that. Now the last stock that we have to talk about, that one is Boeing. And in regards to Boeing, I'm not bearish on it. Not yet. Not at all, actually. Not at all. The setup is still on there. It's still clean on the charts. And after the pop over here, It came all the way back down to retest that 9 SMA, and now expect to bounce again. It did it previously over here, and then it dropped, and then it bounced, and now I think it's gonna do another one over here. The drop may last throughout Friday, and then we may see another jump on Monday. So again, just keep that in mind as well. The weekly chart is still looking decent. Yeah, the weekly chart is still looking good. I don't see any flaws on here. So yeah, my thoughts and opinions on Boeing is still exactly the same. I thought it would reach 250 this week, but the way it looks like it doesn't look like it's gonna get there this week. So just watch for that move next week. All right, that's my very honest opinion on BA, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you would like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the very first link in the description of the video below. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I left some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after you sign up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video. Alright, enjoy the outro.